a moon buggy. Okay, that's right here. So somebody else with a flag, put it right.
Hi, how y'all doing today?
Okay. Now notice, this is North Pole, South Pole, equator. So we're staying above the equator. Okay. So then we've got somebody else with a flag. 11, 17, and then we've got 15. Put it over there. That's the Sea of Tranquility, the Sea of Serenity. Okay, and then somebody else with a flag. Then the rest of them, one here and one up here. Come there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any more flags? Okay, put it right next to that one. Apollo 11, right there. Just lay it down.
You just did this one.
Okay, next one. Somebody else?
Is that awesome?
No more?
Wait,
Okay.
did everybody, wait.
So that's where we're at.
Okay, is that all of them?
Okay. Above the equator.
Okay, so they're all on one side? So they're all on one
We have
side?
never gone there. Okay, the Chinese have, the Russians have, but we have not. This is what
So
we've
we went
done.
over here?
Now, where we're at now is spending billions of dollars to put somebody up on the North Pole.
The North
The
Pole.
reason being is there's no water there. Where there's water, there's hydrogen, and so on. So each of the young ones, little ones, go get an astronaut.
Okay, go get an astronaut. Everybody go get an astronaut. Go get a guy, go get an astronaut.
All of these, by the way, are 3D printed. That's the most important thing right now for your children to learn.
Have one?
The house on the moon that they're going to live in is going to be 3D printed. Okay? Here, number 1. Right there. Again, that's where Apollo 11, 11, 12, 13, they almost died, did not get to the moon. 14, 15, 16, and 17 were around there. This triangle, 11, 15, and 17 is that part there. Okay? Somebody else got one? Put it there. That's where they first took a ride on the moon. The first vehicle went to the moon. Okay? Somebody else got one?
What do you have?
Okay.
Where are we gonna put
Where do
it?
we at? Put one down here. That's the triangle. So if you're looking at the moon, the man in the moon, you find that triangle in his right eye or his left eye, depending on how you're looking at it, through the telescope. Okay? Anybody else? Find one, put it down. Okay, another one. Any more? Okay. Now, as I said, I do have vehicles, we're going to put them up, but we're not going to do that now. But the vehicles went on the moon for 15, 16, and 17, and they're still sitting there. This is designed, 3D printed, designed by a seventh grader. Okay?
Cool, yeah.
And it's multicolor printing. You can see it's 4 colors. So we're up to colors now. So anyway, this is the one that we put on the moon this year, and it's tipped over. We accomplished almost nothing. Lasted about 2 days. That one is on the South Pole. Now, tip it over.
Uh-oh.
Put it on.
Tip it over, now tip it over. Tip it over. Make it go over. Ah!
That's the way it is.
That actually happened. That actually happened.
Okay. Somebody,
Oh, who hasn't taken one?
raise your hand, you go.
Okay.
Okay. This is the vehicle that took them to the moon, Apollo 11. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
So, that's what they call the Eagle has landed.
Okay.
Okay. Put it right here, right by one of the American flags. Okay.
Say the eagle has landed. You gonna see? The eagle has
This
landed.
one we said is tipped over, okay? We lost millions of dollars there. Many students from our primary university, Embry University for Aviation, had a project for NASA, a super project with a TV camera, and it never got used. So all these students, I'm sure, are very upset over it, so.
What else we have?
Oh, she probably got it.
Oh,
Let me
you
see
got it
what
right
you
here?
got.
There it is.
Okay.
All right, where are we gonna go
This
with
is
that?
the Chinese.
Oh,
Cheng 6, C-E-H-E-N-G. Okay, went up, they first landed in 2018, now they ended this year, and as I said, we did not.
okay, you get to go on the other side, right?
Now, this is the far side of the moon. Does everybody want to come over
Okay,
there?
let's go over.
All right, we're switching sides.
Okay, let's go over.
Switch sides.
You know, we probably needed a rocket for this, I'm just saying. All right, come on over, go to the other side. It's okay to walk on it, it's okay.
It's okay, it's not
I know,
gonna
don't
hurt.
get worried about it. It's okay. It's all right to walk on it, it's no problem.
Mike could get serious.
No matter what you want to do, unless you become an astronaut in Chinese. So right now, on the last Apollo 17 mission, the last one, 1972, they were going around it, so they saw this big crater. So it got named Apollo. Now think about that, put that in your head. The crater, nobody's been on it up to now. They didn't even know it existed. So they found it, and one astronaut did, and they named it Apollo. So now, the Chinese have landed there. So I got it here, but we're not going to do it. But anyway, right now on the Apollo, named after our 6th Apollo mission, there's a Chinese flag on the moon. So now if you think about it, you know, are you German, are you Spanish, are you Puerto Rican, are you Mexican? The same problems we're going to have on the moon. Okay, what languages are going to be on the moon? Why do we teach Spanish? Spanish is Central South America. This is where the history comes in. So right now there's a lot of arguments, but what we do know from the Earth is we've got 6 American flags there, and we've got 1 Chinese flag. No Russian flag. There's a discussion over that. Some people say the Russians put one up. When we landed on the moon, Apollo 11, the Russians were trying to keep up with us, but we were far ahead. So they landed a rocket over here in the Chisholm crater, that little circle over on that side. The Russians landed, they say. As far as we know, they crashed. But they did land. That was their Lunar 5, they call it, but Lunar 25, 20 times later, they did land there, okay? And people say they've got a moon, a map on the moon too. So anyway, what we're doing here, we're all fighting for the South Pole. Now up there you can see, if you know American geometry, you've got the Rocky Mountains, and then usually you have plains in between. That's what we've got here. Easy landing. You could land an airplane anywhere, or a spaceship. Not down here. This is all mountains, all big holes, so it's a critical place, and it takes a lot more. A lot of people say, well, we did it, why can't we do it again? It's not the same. The other thing is, do you know where north is? That's north up there.
North
Go
up
up
there.
Somebody go up
Oh
north.
yeah, someone go north.
Okay,
There you
somebody
go.
come here.
Oh, who must go south?
This is south. You must know north from south for anything you do. Then east.
Oh, someone stand on east. Excellent.
Go over there.
On the corner
Okay,
there.
right there.
That's
Yeah, I'm
east.
west. Come over.
We're gonna have somebody over here
Over
west.
be west with me. Right there.
That's what these coordinates are. So if they were a little bit older, what we would be giving them is a coordinate to put down the flag and so on. So we would say north 45 degrees, east 10 degrees, and then they would put it in the right place. That's usually 5th grade and above, so we're not quite there, it doesn't look like. So anyway, this is north, south, what are you?
East.
East and west. So we're here about the moon. So where does the moon come up? Comes up in the east. And it comes over us, and it goes down in the west. Okay? So that's very important. You've got to know when that moon's going to come up, what time, and it changes every day, when it rises, when it sets. So this is where your computers come in. Okay? Now, we're set up here, and anybody here involved with hearing impaired or visual impaired, we were hoping to get some teachers, okay? Well, I'm involved with an organization around the world that makes what we call tactile. And it's not only for the blind or the low income. You can learn a lot from tactile. I want you to come over
Come on
here.
over here, yeah, we're gonna get to touch some stuff. And you want to put that down, I think. Where's,
Oh, she's been holding it the whole time, so I'm not sure where it goes.
yeah, I wasn't sure where it went. Okay, here we're
This
gonna
is
want to go.
done by
We're
a
gonna wanna go.
professor in Spain of astronomy. These are, that's the northern hemisphere of the near thing there. So what you can do is start using your fingers to learn that. So if you're blind or visually impaired, you just find it. It's called tactile learning. So that's where we're at now. 3D, things that go up.
You wanna look at it?
Here's a book written, published by NASA
You can touch it.
with Braille. It's all in Braille.
Just touching this
Diagrams and so on.
texture of it.
So now
And stuff. So it's
I
like-
can do Braille on a computer. So I've tied into this professor in Spain. She's made these. Now that's a masterpiece in itself. That's like a Picasso, some masterpiece. That's pretty high-class technology. So, but what we're doing is, what I'm doing is, she's got this set up to learn with, where you can feel it. Yeah. What I'm doing is this, okay? And touch it. That's Braille. That's A-P-O-L-L-O, Apollo. So what I've done is taken hers. If you look on here or feel one, there's an A and a B and a C, and that's going to match. I'm going to put the bottom on. So each of these craters we're going to have on there. I can put 9 lines on there. So now, when they decide where to land, anybody here pilot an airplane, helicopter? No, nothing?
Have y'all piloted an aircraft?
Well, I'm sure you all know, you land on a
Yeah,
plane.
she
You
has.
land in an aircraft.
She's done it.
You don't land on the top of a mountain. Even a helicopter doesn't, okay? So a flat land is what you need to land. So to do that, NASA has taken pictures of all these for 50 years. Now, if you get on, all you have to do is get on the computer, Moon Trek, and you'll find the moon laid out as a map in various ways. And then you can get down there and pick off what you want, one of those craters, which I'm going to show you, and then 3D print it out. So think about that. That's kind of unbelievable. So anyway, these are what you do there. NASA put it up there, okay? So now, obviously, if you look at that, what you're going to do, run your hand here, and your hand will say, don't land here, right? So we can make these bigger, we can make them higher, mountains and so on. But anyway, this is for the younger crowd and so on. Plus, in 3D printing it, we're moving into this world. In other words, in the world that we're in, communication world, what we're talking about is having 1,000 characters, ASCII characters, in a 1 by 1 inch thing. So this ring, by the way, you touch your phone to that ring, you know who I am, you know my email and different things about me. That's, anybody know what that is? NFC, near field communication. Some of you may be paying your bills at HEB with that. You just touch your phone and your bill's paid, okay? So near field communication, then there's RFID. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
RFID is this, near field.
What are we gonna do?
Goes further.
Okay,
So now we're
right.
talking about radio waves and electricity
All right.
without wires. We want it to go further. Okay, so let's go over by that table over there.
All right, so
Go
we're
back
gonna
around.
look at a drone now to see a drone.